Welcome students. Today we are going to see our new subject Civics, Standard 7th. Chapter number 4, Fundamental Rights, Part 1. This is our first video. Students, you are watching some pictures in this slide. First is education is a right. Second, we must get the assurance of a minimum wage. It is our right. Third picture is we have a right over our forests and its resources. Okay, so what are these things? These are our fundamental rights. Now, what is fundamental rights? So let me explain. The Indian Constitution is the supreme law of India. It lays down the framework defining fundamental political principles, establishes the structure, procedures, powers, and duties of government institutions, and sets out fundamental rights, directive principles, and the duties of citizens. Fundamental rights defined as the basic human rights of all citizens, and it is defined in Part 3 of the Constitution. Apply irrespective of race, place of birth, religion, caste, creed, or gender. According to the Constitution, every citizen has certain rights known as fundamental rights of a citizen, and the Constitution guarantees every citizen of those. Now let's continue with the first paragraph of this textbook. You must have seen such placards in newspapers and elsewhere. In a rally or a march, sometimes a certain demand is made, asserting it to be their right. We get rights at birth. Every newborn baby has a right to live. The entire society and government takes efforts to ensure that the baby is in the best of health. Only when all individuals get protection from injustice, exploitation, discrimination, and deprivation will they be able to develop their skills and qualities. Demanding one's rights is insisting on creating an atmosphere conducive to the development of the self as well as the entire society. The Indian Constitution has guaranteed equal rights to all citizens in order to create this conducive atmosphere. These rights are fundamental rights, as they are included in the Constitution. They have the status of law. It is imperative for everybody to abide by these rights. Abide meaning is here. Accept means we all have to follow the rules of the Constitution. See, now fundamental rights means a newborn baby, that baby has also right to take birth. He has the rights to become a man, to become a citizen of the country. He has a right to get proper nutrition, proper care from his parents, from his or her parents. So these rights has given by the Constitution. Okay, this is our fundamental right. That baby has also right to get education. He has a right to get of freedom or liberty. He can put forth his views, his opinions. So these are our fundamental rights. So again, fundamental rights are those rights which are essential for intellectual, moral and spiritual development of citizens of India. As these rights are fundamental or essential for existence and all-round development. All-round development means we should get all benefits which is given by the constitution of individuals. So they are called fundamental rights. And most important thing, we all have to follow, means abide the rules which is given by the constitution. Okay? Our rights as mentioned in the constitution. So let us understand the rights of Indian citizens included in the constitution. First, right to equality. Second, right to freedom. And third, right against exploitation. Okay, so now let's learn first right to equality. According to the right to equality, the state cannot discriminate among citizens as superior, inferior, or as men, women, and cannot give different treatment or privileges to anybody. The same law applies equally to all. Many laws give us protection. For example, we have a protection from arrest without warrant. Also, the state cannot discriminate while extending such protection. What other things are included in the right to equality? The state cannot discriminate against any citizen on grounds of religion, caste, race, sex, descent, or place of birth, or residence for government employment. The inhuman practice of untouchability that was prevalent in our country has been abolished by law. The practice of untouchability in any form is a cognizable offense. Cognizable means concrete. Okay, offense is crime. So this practice has been abolished in order to establish equality in Indian society. The Constitution has also abolished titles that create an artificial hierarchy among people. For example, titles like Raja, Maharaja, Rao Bahadur, etc. have been abolished. Abolished means put an end. Okay. Right to equality is one of the 6 fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution. It includes equality before law, prohibition of discrimination on grounds of race, religion, gender, and caste or birthplace. It also includes equality of opportunity in matters of employment, abolition of untouchability, and titles. In simple words, we can say it is the right to live with equal opportunities. It simply treats all people to be same, and nobody can get a special privilege which will dishonor any individual or group. As per Article number 14 of our Constitution, it guarantees that all people shall be equally protected by the laws of the country. The state will treat people in the same circumstances alike. Right to equality not only applies to the citizens of India but also to all the people within the territory of India. Every citizen, from Prime Minister to an ordinary individual, is subjected to the same laws. All citizens have access to public places like shops, restaurants, hotels, multiplexes. Similarly, no restriction with regards to use of well, bathing ghats, roads, playgrounds and places of public resort maintained by government. It is not a rule of men but a measure of liberty enjoyed by the people. Law should neither be arbitrary nor should it guarantee privilege. We should always treat rich and poor, high and low equal before the law. But the judiciary must be independent and impartial if the rule of law can mean anything real. Equality of opportunity in matters of public employment and prevents the state from discriminating against anyone in matters of employment on the grounds only of religion, race, caste, sex, descent, place of birth, place of residence, or any of them. It creates exceptions for the implementation of measures of affirmative action for the benefit of any backward class of citizens in order to ensure adequate representation in public service as well as reservation of an office of any religious institution for a person professing that particular religion. Now, abolishes the practice of untouchability in any form, making it an offence punishable by law. The Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955 was enacted by Parliament to further this objective. Prohibits the state from conferring any titles other than military or academic distinctions, and the citizens of India cannot accept titles from a foreign state. Thus, Indian aristocratic titles and title of nobility conferred by the British have been abolished. Students, here we have completed fundamental rights. First point, right to education. I hope you have understood.